Hi everyone, welcome back. For today's mani, we're going to be dipping into dip powders from MadKin Beauty. We're going to be creating a spring mani with a little touch of Easter today. We're going to apply just like a little Easter sticker today just to kind of give it that little Easter kind of twist. So we're starting off today. We're going to use some pastel colors. We're using dip liquids, and we're also making a set of press-ons on the shape short coffin. And everything that we are using in today's video can always be found in that description box below. So this yellow, it's really beautiful. The coverage is great. I really like this yellow. It's very soft, and it's not like that chalky pastel yellow. It just has like a beautiful undertone to it. It's a really beautiful, just like great coverage and not patchy or streaky yellow. It's definitely a great soft yellow. If you're in the market for a beautiful like spring kind of yellow, this is gonna be your jam. So we're gonna keep it fairly simple today, and we're just gonna have like kind of like these colors be the star of its show on their own. Because when you see that glitter that we're going to be diving into in just a little bit, you're going to see that glitter kind of needed its own little moment. It's really fun. All right, so that's what we're doing right now. So let's dive into these solid colors here, and then I'm going to pop back in just a few moments when it's time to dive into that Easter glitter.
Every guy I've met, we fell in love at a bad time. Getting insecure, questioning myself on the way down. Now I'm so tired of breathing underwater. I just wanna float like a ship made out of paper. Right now I need to take care of myself, comfort in myself, like a roller coaster. One week I am up, next one I'll be down. But I'm getting closer to a stronger me, feeling free, like a roller coaster. Stronger me, feeling free, like a roller coaster. Grandpa used to ask why I'm single with such a pretty face. Where is your man? You should go out and chase him. Now I'm so tired of breathing underwater. I just wanna float like a ship made out of paper. So now I'm about to take care of myself, comfort in myself, like a roller coaster. One week I am up, next one I'll be down. But I'm getting closer to a stronger me, feeling free, like a roller coaster. Stronger me, feeling free, like a roller coaster. I don't need anyone else. I just wanna be for myself a while, nobody else. I just need myself.
All right, so now we're diving into this beautiful glitter. It is called For My Peeps. It's very appropriate for Easter. I love the name so much. So this is a really fun glitter, and it has just like those pops of spring color, of the pinks, the blues, and the yellow. And I really like how it's a circular glitter. So you have like larger circles, smaller, medium. So right now I'm not too concerned. I'm just kind of building up the structure on the nail, so I'm not too concerned that I did not pick up that many pieces of glitter. That's okay on that first dip. It's also going to help reduce bulk if you do not pick up so many pieces of that glitter. And then I'm just going to remove any larger pieces of glitter away from the sidewall, the free edge, and then just gently press everything down. So here, as you can see, when I brushed off, I did brush off most of those glitters. So what I would do to prevent that, because it worked out way better on the second nail, is I would have just let that nail kind of like sit for a minute and make sure that base was completely like 100% dry, and then start dipping on that other nail and then go back to that. That method seemed to work best. just letting those glitters kind of like hang out for a minute and marinate on the nail. That worked out best. So you'll see that here in just a little bit. We will wait to go ahead on that second dip when we get onto the other nail, and the outcome was way better. So now we went ahead and dipped into this glitter again, and you can see here we picked up even more glitters. So I'm just making sure everything is laying super flat. I will say this glitter for me was the first time I've ever used it, and it was a little bit of like just like playing around with it and seeing what worked best. So right now we're going to go ahead and start dipping onto this other nail here. I'm going to go ahead and just press everything down on this nail right here, and then instead of dusting it off right away, we're just going to leave that nail on the stand and let those glitters just kind of become one with itself. And then right here I was originally going to go ahead and hand place glitters, but I was like, okay, let's dip it in for a third time. And normally that is not like how I roll with glitters. It's minimum 2, just because like I really want to prevent any kind of like bulking or anything like that. But these glitters are super fine. So I was like, I felt comfortable going in with a third dip just to see what we were going to pick up. So I love the placement, but I really wanted more circles. The more circular glitter we could get on here, the better. So we are going to end up hand placing more. All right, so I dusted off, and now we're going back in with the dip base, and you can see here those glitters did not budge. So key is just let those glitters kind of just stay on that nail as long as possible before you brush off, and then start building up. That's what worked best for me when it came to this glitter in particular. All right, so you can see here we have the majority of the glitter really hanging out by the sidewalls and the free edge there. So I'm just going to make sure I'm taking time to make sure that those are completely away from that cuticle line, and then we're going to go ahead and just continue to press everything down. And you might have noticed that sometimes when we're pressing those glitters down, I do go ahead and dip that nail back into that jar of powder. That's because I want to go ahead and absorb any of those dip liquids that may be left behind. An indicator that you still have some dip liquids that need to be absorbed is that when you're pressing down, it gets super stringy, or your finger is like sticking onto that nail. So that's an indicator to just go ahead and dip that nail back into the jar there. So now that that other nail is just hanging out, resting, we're going to finish up this nail by applying a layer of dip base, and we're hand placing some circular glitters here. I will say I do love this glitter mix. I think it's just different, and the shape is different. You don't really see a lot of circular glitters. Normally like they're like that standard hexagon shaped glitter. So I can really just appreciate the change of pace by playing with these glitters. So I'm just hand placing, no rhyme or reason. I was just using the glitters that were just falling off from brushing off first, and then I just took a little scoop out there, and we're going to go ahead and just hand place some of the smaller pieces of glitter by the cuticle line area, and then we're just going to fill in some gaps here just to kind of just tie in this mani completely. Now this step is totally optional. You could definitely leave the nail as is, how you dipped organically and however it came out, you could rock it like that, or you could go ahead and just add a few more pieces of glitter, or you could totally go crazy and just layer this nail completely with tons of glitter, and you're gonna get a super awesome effect. So now that I hand placed the glitter on the other nail, we're gonna do the exact same thing here. We're gonna do a third dip on this nail, and this time you can see here we picked up tons of beautiful glitter on that third dip. So I'm just going to make sure that we're removing any large pieces of glitter away from that cuticle line, the free edge, and we're going to just spend some time here making sure everything is laying super flat. I'm going to use that orange wood stick here and just make sure I'm cleaning up those sidewalls and just spending time to press everything down. And then I did not really need to hand place much glitter on that other nail. I just plopped like 2 up by that cuticle line. And now we're going to go ahead and clear encapsulate the nail here. I just did a layer of dip base, and I'm really making sure that that dip base is absorbing into all those glitters, and just making sure that I am just pressing everything down, because we are going to be filing and buffing on this nail pretty aggressively to get it reshaped, and just having everything laying super flat. And I know personally that I'm very heavy-handed when it comes to filing and buffing, so I really want to make sure that I took extra time when it came to clear encapsulating, making sure I was getting into all those nooks and crannies with the dip base, and then just really making sure that I absorbed into that clear. So right here, you can see here, this nail had tons of glitter on it. So I'm really gonna work that brush into all those nooks and crannies here by wiggling that brush around and just getting it completely saturated with that dip base. It's a very thin layer, but I'm just making sure that everything is really covered. And then I'm going to dip into that clear here, tap everything off, and then just gently press everything down here just to make sure all those beautiful glitters are covered. I love this nail so much. It's also kind of giving me like a tie-dyed effect. I love it. I love the colors so much. I'm gonna go ahead and dip back into that clear here, and we're just gonna continue pressing everything down. But overall, a very easy glitter to work with. So this glitter is gonna be like the star to our show here, and then we have like these beautiful soft colors just to tie in everything together. But overall, I love it so much. So now I'm going to go ahead and use a stiff brush and go ahead and brush off any clear dip powder before we go ahead and activate. What that's going to do is that stiff brush is going to give you more of a crystal clear finish. If you ever just dusted off with just like your regular fluffy brush, went in with an activator, and you notice that it was like super cloudy or not like this crystal clear finish, try using a nail stiff brush to go ahead and brush off that clear. It will make all the difference in the world. So now what we're doing is applying a layer of activator on all the nails here, and then we're going to get into filing and buffing. I am going to do the filing and buffing off camera just to save some time today, and then after filing and buffing, we're going to go in with another layer of activator. This is going to get rid of all those buffing lines, and it's also going to go ahead and just settle all the dip powder after filing and buffing just to seal it all in. It's also going to help with your dip base if you choose to do a dip base. So I wanted to add a little nail sticker here, so I'm going to use that Makartt transfer foil glue, apply it to the nail. While that's curing for 60 seconds, we're going to add a little sticker here. So that Makartt transfer foil glue, you apply it just like you would with like a gel base, gel top coat, and you cure for 60 seconds, and it gives your nail a very like sticky surface, so you can really get like any vinyl stickers or regular stickers to lay really flat to the nail, which I love so much. So now that we have that little bunny on the nail, I'm just going to take this little silicone tool and then just press down the sides of the little sticker here just to have it kind of become a one with the nail. This is also another reason why I like to use that transfer foil glue, because it kind of gives you like a seamless transition from the sticker to the nail, and you can't really tell that it is a sticker, which I love so much. Now that we have that sticker completely flat, we're going to seal in the mani today with a layer of gel top coat. It's the Extreme Shine top coat from MadKin Beauty, and we're going to do the rest of the nails off camera, cured for 60 seconds. And here is our simple Easter mani. I love it so much. Now that glitter is kind of giving me like Easter egg, kind of little like mini Easter egg kind of vibes now. But overall, I just love it. And that bunny is everything. It's adorable. And I love just like the soft pastel colors that we pulled in with this glitter as well. Overall, very simple, very fun. That glitter, we did do 3 dips. We hand placed glitters as well, but it still was not like extremely bulky or anything like that. After filing and buffing, it was a breeze. So very easy to work with, such a fun glitter. Again, options are going to be endless with that one. You can really definitely use that kind of like all summer long as well. All right, so everything that we did use in today's video can be found in that description box below. I hope you enjoyed our little Easter mani today, and I'll see you all in the next one.